once again, it's your boy Daddy for Triple D Game coming at you with another map making video. You know how we do it. Let's get to it. Alright, ladies and gents. So, I posted, I don't know, a week or so ago. Was working on a new map behind the scenes. Then put a poll up for everybody to guess what kind of map it was. And here we are. So, as the description says, we're working on a logging map. Just because there's a bunch of them out there, but most of them just like painted down roads and throw some trees down and call it a day. So, I wanted to make something with a little more detail. We'll knock this out and then we'll move on to something else. But right now we're just working on the border, on the background and stuff. It's just like any other maps made from the sample map from in-game. I got rid of a lot of stuff here. Still got stuff to get rid of. Got rid of the fields and added a lot of stuff too. As you see, we got a nice background for logging, and we're working on these trees right here, putting our border trees up, and then we still got to put trees back in here too. Through some tunnels in, but we'll lay some trees out all back in here. First, I'm just getting this line of trees along the edge done first. Slap some tunnels in there. We got a few more tunnels we got to add, and then like the background trees we have here, we still got to finish doing that on all of this here. It's gonna go. That'll go quick though. This is just taking a while doing these ones because I'm trying to throw a nice variety up. And then I'm not sure. That's what I was going to ask you guys, your opinion. I was going to leave the highway in here, and then maybe a few to sell points. But if we leave the highway, as you see, I made some tunnels. Considering we have a different background there now, so the roads don't look like they're just going into hillsides now. So it looks like it's going into the tunnel. Then over here, another tunnel there. And right here is going to be a waterfall. I'm going to put a waterfall right here with sound and everything. We're going to change the color of the water. There's going to be a waterfall. Right here we added some debris. I've done a lot to it so far. It don't look like it, but I've been working on it for a while now. We gotta. Was it this one? No, the next one. And we got a tunnel on this one here too. We got our dead trees here with our debris. So obviously the bushes are painted down, but these ones here are actually placeable. So back here on the background, obviously you can't paint back here. So right here where I have it open, I wanted to throw some bushes down just so it had a little texture and detail back there. But I'm working this in sections, so over here it's going to be nice and tidied up. Let me close this a little bit. Alright, so structures. Alright, so your trees. Try to close these. Alright. So we got out of bounds trees. Right? And then they're in sections here. So there's 1, 2, 3. So if you click on a tree, it isn't opening up the whole big old list there. And it just goes, wraps all the way around the map. So we still got to do from here around to here. It took me a while doing all those ones, but I'm gonna make them a little bit thinner so it doesn't take as long now. But like I said, doing a variety. Right now, in each section, I got all the trees that I'm using laid out in these sections. And as I use that tree, then I'll delete it. So this is actual trees. This is the actual trees that you can cut, but it's outside the map's border. They have more detail to them, so I'm putting them right on the edge. And then these are going to be the ones that's going to be back here in the background. So it's not, you see how it's blurry. So like, then if we move, like the tree kind of, it's hard to tell with these ones. So when you move, the tree kind of turns with you. So as you're moving around the map, that's what it does. And that's just, let me click on a regular tree. So you got to put the regular trees up close so they have the detail. And then in the background, then you'll put those ones. So whenever you click on a regular tree here and you open it up, it has the LODO and then the LOD1. Well, that's all that this is back here is the LOD1. So right there's the regular tree. Now if we copied just the LOD1 and then placed it down, that's what that is. So up close we put the real trees along the edge, and then in the far distance you put these ones. So it's not taking up that much room for your map when you're making your map. That's the idea of that. This here really doesn't matter, but like on these side roads, so whenever, better example up here, so like if you was standing here and you looked just like if you was up close to these trees here, you can really see the tree, so you got to have an actual tree there for detail. I did the same thing running down these roads like so far. So whenever you look down that road, you'll see the nice detailed trees. And then from here on, then we'll put the LOD of the tree. Alright, but right now we are working on this pine right here, and I added trees to the game. Obviously I have all the standard trees that's in game, and these are trees I added. So I added the this pine here, the bigger pine, the dead pines, and then I added those two pines, the dead pines, and then these two dead spruces I added. This one here I actually made. This one. And then these ones are just pulled from FS19 and converted over. And then there's one other tree I have. I didn't make it myself. Alright, but I just laid out the trees in the sections. In the sections that we're going to be using them in. that way I don't have to do nothing up here, grab stuff and put it where it goes and all that good stuff. It's already sectioned off for. So I sectioned off just one of each tree and then put a group of each tree in each area around the map. So whenever I grab hold of that tree and copy it, it's going to keep it in its place up here. So the way I did this is, let me scroll up here. So like right here's the one of the corners, that corner up there. So whenever you open this up, we got two groups inside of there when you open that up. Group spruce trees and then group pine trees. So whenever you open up the spruce, then you have spruce variation 1 and then spruce variation 2, spruce dead, and then the LODs of each one. And then when you open up the pine, it's pine stage 6. We'll have all the other trees inside the map. But we got stage 6, 4 and 5 dead. Alright. And then when you open up each one of those, then you got spruce variation 1, stage 1, stage 2, and stage 3. So when you open those up, then that's where all your trees are. And that just keeps all this nice and tidy up here. So if you click on one tree, it doesn't open up a huge, massive list of every tree on the map. And these are all our outbound trees here. So if you clicked on a tree inside the map, it wouldn't open up none of these trees because this here is just all your outbound trees. Right? That's all your out of bounds trees, and then the trees that were on the map. And then as we add trees inside the map, we'll do the same thing. We'll keep them cleaned up inside of there. Normally what people does is they'll use, I mean, every mod map that's made is a sample from one of the 3 maps from within the game. They just delete everything out and then start over. We pretty much kind of did the same thing, but we left a few things. Like I said, I got plans on keeping the highway. There's still a lot of stuff I got to get rid of though. But I do want to keep a few to sell points in that, because once we, if you're logging it, okay, I don't want you to just log it and then be done with it. I want it to be like, so if you want to log out a section and then start farming it, you can do that. Or you want to do logging one day and then pick up on something else, you're able to do that. So I'm gonna keep I know there's placeable sell points, obviously, but I'm gonna keep a few of the ones here standard. And obviously we need the carpenter, the carpenter, so you can make planks and stuff and furniture and that with your trees as you cut them. Now the store here, I'm going to change the building. It's going to be a different building. We might even change the location of it. Again, we're going to change the color of the water. Oh, over here. Check this. Refresh that. But uh-oh. It's making me sign back into YouTube. Oh man, I gotta turn this 2-step verification stuff off here. resend it. There we go. Yes, it's me. Yeah, I gotta turn that off. Oh, 95. Alright. But over here, you know, there was a bunch of stuff back here, so I cleared all that stuff out and I made parking lots, right? So, put a couple things there, took a couple things out, and I made a sign for it. The Dark Forest Health Center. So this is gonna be our hospital for the forestry. Yeah, the forestry hospital. The Dark Forest Health Center. Let's get to it. I might add a few more cars to the parking lot. It's looking a little bare right now. It actually took me a minute to do that too, because I actually had the ladies the stone down here in sheets. Try to make it look like a parking lot. Added some bushes there. Added all these bushes. Trying to make it look like a hospital, but it's still a sell point. I left the sell point there so you can actually still sell stuff there. We made a sign. Triple D's logging. Logging forest, cash out in the dark forest. Loggers needed. Yeah, but we still got a lot of stuff to get rid of. It took me forever getting rid of all the fields too. We got rid of the animal dealer. We got a new sawmill, which I might change this up again too. But I added buildings so you can keep some equipment at the sawmill. We added all this. You know what? I didn't even know that in FS22. This water that you paint down, whenever you walk through this in game, it makes splashing sounds like you're walking through water. I just realized that the other day, which I think's pretty neat. But I made it to where it looks like the water's running down here, pulling up. I put this in so you can stockpile logs back here. I tried to make it to where this was your actual sell point, but it was being a pain in the neck, and we still might be able to do that. I gotta work on it. We're gonna change the grass texture around the whole map, and the paintable textures I added. Well, I haven't done it yet. I've added one. I'm adding the paintable textures from all three maps into one map, so I'll be able to paint down any texture in game. It's a little different doing that in FS22 than what it was in FS19. Actually, it's a lot different. Gotta start doing stuff manually. Oops. And then if the wheels that are on your model oops. Somebody's asking me a question there, sorry. Get you guys with that. Nobody's asking me a question there. Give me 1 second. Oh, of course it didn't work. Alright. Come on, come on, come on. Two. Alright, so where were we? Right here. There, you know what? There's a there's a lot of new tricks. I appreciate that like too, guys. There's a lot of new tricks that you can do with this new editor. I kinda like it. Like whenever you're doing terrain, you used to have to just pump up the ground and then to make a road or whatever, and then just try to get it to where it was a nice slope. Well, now there's actually a tool to where you can pick a height that you want the top of the slope to be, and then you pick the height that you want the bottom of the slope to be, and then you just run from that point up to that point, and it makes a perfect slope. So that's cool. And then they also have like the smooth, raise lower, smooth the ground. Well, now they got it to where you can make it to where the ground looks eroded. There's a few other things you can use. Now this terrain mesh paint mode, I forget how I did it, but I had it to where you could click on anything on the map. Anything. Like I got that tree highlighted, and then I could just paint with this, and then it would just paint them trees down. If you clicked on a building and just painted, it would just paint a bunch of them buildings. So I forget how I did it though. There's that. There is a lot of new stuff you can do. Yeah, I like it. I keep forgetting all of it though. Can't wait till I get this edge done so we can actually start working here. And I just wanted to let everybody see what I've been working on. So normally I'll build the whole map on stream, like the whole thing. We'll stream every aspect of it, but I'm gonna go ahead whatever we don't get done, finish all these trees, because like I said, I still got to put all them trees back in here just like these mountains are right here. So we got to fill all the background up with trees. That'll go quicker though. Like I said, these ones here, I'm trying to do them precisely. These ones here, they'll go a lot quicker because you just click on a tree, copy, Control B, right click your mouse and just keep hitting Control and just place them down real quick. So it's going to go a lot quicker. But I want to get the outbounds of the map done and then start working on the map. Like I've done a lot to the map already, but we got a long ways to go yet. This here doesn't have to be perfect just because actually no, it's up here. Alright, yeah, so you can actually walk all the way up to this end game. Boom, you can walk clean up to here. Right here. Now up here on the other hand, I cut you off right here on this bridge, I think. Yeah. So everything I did back there doesn't have to be precise. We got to put our tunnel in right there still. We got a few tunnels we got to put in yet. It doesn't let you go across that bridge. You pretty much follow this fence line here. There we go. To our hospital. I gotta add some more things to make it look more like a hospital, but come on, now you gotta have a hospital on a logging map. Somebody might get hurt. Like I said, we kept that a sell point, but it's definitely not the same building. Well, the building itself is, but yeah, the use of it isn't the same. Then just going to go along here and just randomly place one of these dead pines here and there. Skip a few, drop one, skip a few, drop one. So you gotta watch here too, because they'll be floating on you, just like this one. This is my first time ever making a logging map, though. Appreciate them likes, guys. Appreciate it. I'm excited though, because I like logging, but every logging map I've ever downloaded is just boring. It's just trees and painted down roads. So we're gonna make it exciting. There was one map for FS19 that was pretty nice. I forget the name of it though. This is the boring part, but unfortunately you have to do it. So there's a way of doing it in game too, like when you're playing, but how the background back here is all blurry, you can fix that to where that isn't blurry. Like I can make that to where you can see it crystal clear. It's harder like on your frame rate when you're playing because it's got to fully render that, but you can make it to where your background, even when you're in game, as long as you got development controls on, you can make that to where you can fully see that in high detail, just like you see everything on the regular map. Up here. Oh, trying to remember where you go to do that. Oh, the post FX editing. That's how you get your background to where it's not foggy anymore. I'll show you real quick. Post FX. There's actually a lot of stuff you can do in here. You can change your clouds. You can make your clouds darker. You can put more clouds in the air. Sky, you can make it to where your map's nice and bright. You can make it to where it's dark and gloomy. You can put fog in here to where you can only see 3 feet in front of you. There's all kinds of stuff you can do. It. Oops. Right here. This is it. Alright, so we'll take a look at this mountain back here, right? So 1014. So we'll just turn this up to 5,000. Boom. See, you see how it's changing? Alright, so that is that. It made our map blurry though, you see that? But if you take this and you turn it all the way up. Now, see how you can see that crystal clear back there now? Same with this mountain over here. And back here you can see all them crystal clear. But it's going to be hard on your frames when you're playing the game if you do it like that. So I might adjust that a little bit. I ain't going to go too crazy with it though. Just so you ain't having a frame issue while playing. Put it back the way it goes for right this moment. Yeah, but I might adjust my clouds and just tinker with a little bit of that stuff. Not today though, obviously. I probably won't do that until we get close to being done with the map. Oh, yeah, I gotta turn that two-stage verification off, because whenever I refresh the stream, it's making me verify that it's me. So I don't think I'm gonna put any dead trees there, other than the ones that I have. I'm not gonna put any more. Back here, on the other hand, we'll throw a couple in here. There's one there. I like the dead trees. So that's the... I was debating on what to call this map. Like right now, it looks all bright and cheerful, and but we gotta change that. But I was debating on what to call it. So it's either going to be the Dark Forest by Triple D, or it's going to be the Dead Forest, or it's going to be the Dead Dark Forest. It's going to be one of those three. Even if we do call it the Dead Dark Forest, we can still leave this the same, just the Dark Forest, or we can change it. It don't matter. I can change it pretty easily. So we'll see what it looks like when we're done. It'll help us decide what to call it, I guess. Alright, now this is the taller one. It's right here. I wanted to leave this open. You know what I mean? By the water and the road here. So we just put all dead trees right here. Go too crazy with the dough. We'll throw. We'll put one over here, one taller, one over here, and then we'll leave that alone. Alright, and then we got a few on the ground here. I have played logging maps before that people lay trees down. I don't like when they go too crazy with it, because like how I have all these dead trees here, they'll have them all leaning. I think that looks funky. But they'll lay a tree down on the ground, but you can't move it. They'll have it to where you can't move it, and it's just not right. So if a tree's laying on the ground, you should be able to move it. And the way to do that, which I got to do that with the ones I have laying on the ground. But these ones here don't matter because they're on the outer bounds of the map. But you actually have to come up here, click on the tree, come up here, and then come down to rigid body. Click on rigid body. And then right here how it's static, you actually have to change that to dynamic, and that'll make it to where So, like if a tree's laying on the ground, obviously it's derooted or it's broke or something. So if you came through and you hit that with a high lift bucket or something, it would actually move in real life, right? Well, the way people do it is they don't do this. There's a couple other things you gotta do too. It's not just changing the dynamic. But they don't do that, and then when you hit the tree, you just stop dead. That tree should actually move. So if you got a tree laying on the ground inside of a map, you have to come up here and then change it to dynamic. So if you hit the tree, it'll actually move. Now you still can't just walk up to it and delimit. Even the way I do, you just can't walk up and delimit. You can move it around the map. You can push it wherever you want to, pick it up, whatever you want to do. But it won't let you delimit until you cut the tree somewhere. Like you actually have to cut it somewhere, so you could just come down here and just cut the butt of it off, and then it'll let you delimit. But I hate when people put the trees on the map and they got them laying down, but they have them to where they're still static, to where you can't move that tree until you actually cut it. So yeah, you have to put it on a dynamic. And then I can't remember exactly what it is right now. There's something else you got to change too, or the tree just sits there and wiggles like it's in the wind. But yeah, I wanted to point that out too. Alright. Excuse me. Might throw just a couple of these ones down. Because I want it to be where you don't see too much, right? But this side here, I'm okay with it being open because that hill is back there. I want it to where you can kind of see through there and see the trees back there on the hill, like if you're standing on the ground right here. But like back, where was it? Maybe even right there. Over here, I kind of laid them in there a little bit heavier. No, not here. Right here, it's kind of open. I did put a light up here so it kind of shines down in front of the tunnel. And on this one here, put a light there. Where was it? Yeah, like right here, I kind of put them a little heavy. I probably could have put them in there a little bit thinner, so the trees back behind it you'd be able to see them, but it'll be okay. We'll have trees up in there, and we'll have trees up top here. I'm excited. Like I said, we're going to change the color of the water. It ain't going to be that blue. We might add some other water and stuff to it, because we're putting that waterfall in back there, but I wanted to add another waterfall. There's something else I'm gonna add too. It's pretty cool. I ain't gonna spoil it yet though. It'll be the element of surprise. Tall boy. Put another tall boy right here. I can't wait to get these trees done here though, so we can start working on the actual map. Alright, that's it for those. So we'll go ahead and delete this guy. Yeah, I need to make a video on excuse me. I need to make a video on the new features of the editor too, because as far as map making, man, there's a couple nice new features. I like it. Alright, so this is the tall boy here. Technically, you'd be standing far enough away from those trees that you wouldn't have to use an actual tree, but I want it to where if like you was actually standing here like looking at it, Just like these ones, I want them to be the actual trees, and then anything back behind this line will be just the LOD1 aspect of the tree. Debating on throwing one of these up in here with these dead guys. You know what? I might use the shorter one instead of the tall one. Alright, so all I was doing with these was, well, here now that I want to make it a little bit thinner, let's see. These ones here, I'll just come behind. And alright, so I got little one, it goes big one, little one, big one, little one, big one, little one. Kind of the basic starting pattern with it. So what I want to do, I went a little more in depth over there, but try to get it done quick, and we still want to be able to see through here. So what I'm gonna do with these is just take in between these big ones here. We'll toss one of these tall ones in there. Just gotta watch, because you catch the other trees and they don't always actually hit the ground. You have a floater. You have a floater. Or two. Or three, maybe. And you know what? Even like when you're in the editor and you're actually looking around, like you might not even see the floating tree until you put it in game to test something. And you'll be walking around to see the tree floating. So that's like, and a lot of the change logs for a map, you'll see that it says fixed floating tree, because it's just hard to notice that it's floating in the editor, and then you go in game and you see it right away. It's like, oh man, that tree's floating. Then you gotta come back in and fix it. So like in a map, you'll always see in a change log fixed floating tree. Because even if you're like tedious with it and you're not careless, like, you're bound to miss one. But we got so many trees to put here, I can't be that tedious. Especially if I want to get this map done sometime this year. Now I got the little baby trees of these spruces, and I was putting them in the front. I was putting them in the front when you was right here, like right here in the front. So it kind of filled that in so you couldn't really see through. But like I said, back here, I kind of want you to see through it. So I'm not going to put those little trees like that right here. Keep hitting the wrong button. It's the wrong button. I need to change my playlist there for the music. I meant to do that, but I haven't streamed in so long I forgot about it, actually. I meant to do that a while ago. And probably not over the whole map, but I am going to put it to where the trees are rather close, because I mean, it is a logging map. Like, I don't want it to where you cut one tree and then you got to travel from here clear to here or all the way around like that far to get to your next tree to cut. Like, I want you to be cutting and logging the whole way. I don't want to put them so tight that whenever you cut a tree it gets stuck in all the other trees, but I do want to put them rather close, so it'll be nice and thick. I don't want them super far away, but again, I don't want you to cut a tree and then it gets stuck in all the other trees as it's falling. So it's a little fine line. Welcome if you're just joining. We are working on the boundaries right now. The way it's going to look on the outside. We're doing our boundary trees right around the edge. So again, like on the edge, like right on the edge of the map, like where you can walk up to, you have to use actual trees there so you see the detail. And then like back here on the hills, then you'll use the LOD of the tree. And from a distance it looks good, but if you came up close to it, it looks blocky. Just come on the back side of it, a little bit easier. Like if I wasn't doing it in sections, it wouldn't take that long too, because like once I get done, because I could have went all the way around the map with the small trees, and then went all the way around the map with the bigger one, and then went all the way around the map with the skinnier one, and like been done a lot quicker. But like I said, I wanted to do it in sections, because if you don't, like I said, as soon as you click on a tree, man, it's going to open up a massive list, and then you got to scroll all the way down through that, and I think it's more tidy like this. It's kind of how they had it in base game, but I like to do that with anything that I'm adding, you know what I mean? Try to keep it cleaned up. Same with rocks. So if there's like rock 1, 2, 3, and 4, instead of just making one group that says rocks, and whenever you click on any of them, it opens up that whole thing. I like to make my own little one group that says rocks, and then inside of that group it'll say rock. There'll be rock 1, 2, 3, and 4 group, and then it'll have all the rocks within those groups. And then like if I just had rocks in this area, then that would be a group by itself. And then if I had rocks somewhere else, and you catch the drift. it's a lot more work doing it like that, but it keeps the files a lot cleaner, in my opinion. Let's see. I don't think I'm gonna add the pines here. So we have this one, instead of deleting it, we'll just put it over here. But I'm not going to use it in the section we're doing here. We might use it in the background, but so we can delete this one. Now we got to grab the smaller one. Now I'll go in the front and place them. Matter of fact, I wanted to put maybe one or two over here. I thought I deleted this. Guess I did. Alright, so we'll put. Oh, you know what? I gotta click on the tree again. You. So you can tell that one's floating, but sometimes you can't tell they're floating. It looks like they're hitting the ground, but they're really not. So you just got to keep an eye on it. If you don't catch it, like I said, as soon as you go in game, you will see it. That's why normally when maps are released, the creator doesn't see it, and then after the map's out, then somebody tells them, or he sees it. Him and or her then sees it and gets it fixed, and that's why it's in the change log. Fixed floating tree. I don't think I'm gonna go too crazy. Just put one, because like I said, I wanted to keep that area open with that tree. Alright, let me close this so we can see what we're doing here. So our tunnels, how that's black in there, all that is up here. I went to create primitives, and then I created a cylinder. Created a cylinder, and then came over to the albedo map and made it black. But inside the map, I had to make a picture that was black. That's how I did it. I made a picture that was black, and then I put it in the map's textures, and then I went to the albedo map and then found that black picture and then added it so it just looks like a dark tunnel. Then you got your little rock feature on there. Now this over here, this one that's in the distance right here, it's actually a building. Right? So it's actually a building. And for this one, I just used a plane and did the same thing. Now you really can't tell that it's a building from back here. That's why it's okay. Unfortunately, guys, this takes forever. But how I do my TP maps, I'm shooting to make this just as detailed as I would a TP map. Obviously, it's a logging map, so there's a little less elements you can actually add to it. But just like those tunnels, and then over there we got the waterfall and that. Just them, even though it's outside the map, it's just them little touches, man, that adds the detail. So, but we're gonna have stuff like that inside the map too. Like I said, we're gonna have the highway. we're gonna leave the highway and then the exit ramps, right? But we'll get rid of that stuff. We'll get rid of most of these side roads too. We'll just keep, like, this road here takes us over to the sawmill. We'll keep that main road. We'll keep that main road, and then the one that takes us to the store. And then, like, these side roads, boom, we can delete most of them. So if I keep the train here, we'll have to keep, well, we don't even have to keep the actual road. Like, I can take the road, right? Then we can delete the road and just paint down a dirt road. So it's not actual roads, right? But we'll get rid of all this stuff right here. Get rid of all this. Get rid of all of that back here. So outside of where the highway and the main roads right here, all the rest of it's going to be forestry. But then, like I said, we'll have it to where once you log it all out, you can put fields in it and then work the map. So I don't want it to just be logging and done. But I'm not going to add everything though, so like that way you'll be able to just build the stuff in there yourself. Yeah, we'll keep a few sell points, and then obviously you can put down the rest yourself as a placeable. And then the I do want to put the carpenter building in, so that way you are logging, so that way you can sell your wood, or you can make planks at the sawmill and then sell your planks, or make furniture with your planks and all that good stuff. So that's the game plan. It's down one or two of these guys along here. See, this is where I was putting the little trees just to fill that in so you couldn't see through it. But these skinny ones, they'll be okay there because you can see right past them. I don't want to go too crazy, so wherever I see an opening in the front, we'll throw one in there, and that's about it. And then we'll move on to the next section and hopefully get it done soon. I don't even think I needed that there. Yeah, because we're gonna have all them trees in the back. But like right here where it's open in game, that's just obvious right there. So like I said, I just took these bushes and threw them down. We still got to put a tunnel in there of some sort. We'll do that right quick now, as soon as I get done running this tree down through there. try it. Obviously, we can't put none there because the road's there. I mean, we could. What's that? How did that happen? How did that happen? Let's see. I mean, you can't see it from in game, but I still want to fix it if I can here. If I can find it. Come on, come on. Right, so it's in here. Oh, it's one of these guys. That one. This one. But if I move it, is it going to mess it up over here? Tis the question. No, it is not. How did that even happen? I don't get it. Like I said, I mean, you can't see it from in-game. It's a tiny crack. I just don't know how that happened. Because you can only come up to this fence in-game. You can't go past this fence. Here, and then over here I think you can come to like right here, maybe. No. Yeah, I think it stops you back here. That's why I wasn't worried about putting. We do need to add a few more cars, maybe another thing of parking, just so it looks full when you come in here. Maybe put another building there. Like I said, this is the hospital. This is our hospital. We need to add some more stuff to it. I put red lights right here. Oh, look at that. I didn't even know that was there. And then all the collectibles too, guys. So obviously we're wiping everything out on the map. Whatever I do keep there, say I keep a bridge and there's a collectible there, we'll just keep it there. But I'm going to replace, or yeah, replace, whatever you want to call it, relocate all of the collectibles. So all I got to do is just start up here, open up display case. That's just the ones in the stores display case, and then everything that's red, orange, yellow, and then I'll just have to go down through here and click on each one individually, see where it's at, and relocate it if need be, because we're going to be raising the ground here and they'll probably end up under the map by the time we're done. So after we're completely done building the map, then we'll go through and we'll find all the collectibles and relocate them. That way I don't have to do away with the collectibles. You'll still have collectibles. It'll be pretty neat. It'll be pretty neat. Alright. Oops. I wonder. I I know in FS19 you could open the lids on some of these. Door, yes. Alright, so look, if you're in the editor and there's only lines here and it doesn't have the thing to where you can turn, right here guys, up here. So if you click on this, then it'll turn to rotate, and then if you click on this one, it'll turn it to resizing. But if you just, whatever one's highlighted, if you just click on it, it'll bring all your movable elements, arrows, the back. But we could like open up some trash cans somewhere and put collectibles inside. Maybe put like trash bags inside there. So whenever we do put the collectible inside, if we actually put it in there, you wouldn't be able to find it, I'm sure. But put trash bags in there and then just put the collectible on top, sitting on top of it. Do that. We can do all kinds of stuff with them. It'll be fun. Actually kind of excited about that. I got sidetracked. I know, obviously, right? It sounds like somebody's in my house. Sounds like somebody's up here walking around. Alright, now we can move on to the next section. I believe so. Man, I thought for sure I just grabbed that. I might have copied it. Alright, we got this little guy. Like I said, we don't need it. Tell you what. One or two in here. Yeah, where the trees are dying, new ones are springing up. Boom. Boomski. Boomski! From lessons well learned in the past, let's go ahead and save it right quick. So this is our next section. Starts from like right here over, and then we'll run that. We gotta get rid of this. Yeah, we gotta get rid of that. And then as far as this goes, we're gonna have to get rid of this too. I was hoping for you guys to help me out. Give me some suggestions. Yeah, so as far as this goes right here, for right now I'm just going to get rid of these tanks, right? But I was going to keep this as a sell point, but what I think I'm going to do is just get rid of all of this, okay? And then the actual sell point is just a little rectangle here, and it's in the XML file, so whenever the game loads up, then it loads in. So what I might do is just put some type of structure here next to it, nothing nowhere near this big, so it keeps it nice and small inside of our forest. I was thinking maybe just like grab this thing here, bring it over, and matter of fact, I already brought it over, it's right here. So might just delete everything around it and just keep that little thing right there. And then but yeah. So I was going to ask if we should keep the highway, but I've done so much work already to keep it. It's just a given. We're going to keep it. It'll be quick travel across the map. Now, as far as this goes, I actually took this and raised it up and then pumped the ground up to meet it. And then I had a waterfall coming out of here, and where the water hit ended right here. I actually had a stream running off of it. Then I ran it through here and tied it in with this stream, but I deleted all of that. So we're gonna backtrack. I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do with this yet, whether we're gonna keep it and just change it, or if we're just gonna get rid of it all together. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen it, this is going to be a waterfall here. I'm actually going to have an actual waterfall coming off the top of these rocks falling down. It's going to have sound and everything. I added a boat. Yeah, so for right now, my idea was to keep the train as well, just so you have all that whenever you're done logging it. I might even make 2 versions of this map, who knows. I might make one with all this stuff, and I might make one without all of it. Alright, but this here, oops, come on, look under the map. It's from my craziness. Alright, so this gotta go. Can we use this building for anything? See, like all the base game stuff, it's just one solid thing, so you can't like break it down and like remove windows and all that. They got it all together. So if you did want to use this and turn it into a placeable or whatever with working doors and that, like you actually gotta have Blender or whatever, throw it in there, dissect it, and go from there. You just can't do it from here. Well, if you can, I don't know how. Is there another one of these buildings? So, like I said, we're gonna change this door. It's definitely gonna be a different building. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet. I'm not even 100% sure if I'm going to use that or not. But it's pretty cool. It's going to be pretty cool if that's what I use. So, we do not need a brick wall. We already have one if we need to. use it for something. So let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this one. Get rid of this one. See ya, bye. Yeah, I just think it was better to, instead of coming in and just completely just deleting everything but the terrain up here, I think it's just easier to do it the way I'm doing it. So like if you wiped everything out, you wouldn't have to go and re-import like these buildings and all that good stuff. Like it's already here. Just get rid of what you don't want and keep the rest, instead of getting rid of everything and then having to bring stuff back in. That's my thought process on it. Anyhow. Okay. Oh, I was gonna say let's start throwing some trees, but we'll get this. What is this right here? Alright, so this gotta go too. What's this building? Yeah, we're definitely not keeping it. See, what I wanted to do too. What is that doing? This. Like I was hoping that I could click on this guy and the decal there where it says Elm Creek. I was hoping that they actually had that separated, but just like everything, it's not. Yeah, and that way we could have put the Dark Forest or something on there. That would have been cool. I could if I threw it in Blender, but let's see. I'm wanting to say this is for what's it called? The occlusion. I can't even think of the actual name of it there. Can you open these lids? No. See, that'd be cool if this was an actual, well, it is, actual box, and you could open those hatches. You could put collectibles in there. That'd be cool. Alright. So, yeah, we're going to get rid of that water tower, just because our map's not called Elm Creek, obviously. So don't tell me I'm stuck with that floor. I'm not. Cool. That's cool. We can move the whole thing too. Here we go. Wow, I didn't even notice that. See, I got an idea for this. Like, if I was making a TP map right now, I would be using this for something different. course, my phone got to keep going off. I ain't gonna get rid of this one just yet. The white one I will. You might could use that. Yeah, like I said, I want to be able to. What is this? Oh. Chimney pipe. Delete. I forget what I was saying to you. All these guys can go. Delete. 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 I wonder if I could change that texture to something that would make sense for us. Right. Probably not a good idea though, because it'll change it for every single one of them, even the ones that I'm using. I think I did try to change it actually to like a grass texture or something. Joel, what's going on? I know, long time. I was just making videos there for a while, you know what I'm saying? But now we're gonna make ourselves a map, so we'll be streaming again. I'm still working on the series that I was working on though. I've never made a logging map before, but everybody that makes logging maps, man, well, no, I can't say everybody, because there might be one or two decent ones, but it's always just delete everything, throw down a bunch of trees, paint a couple roads, and call it a day. So we're going to add some detail here. Not much wondering where you went. Good job on your videos. Thank you. Yeah, between work, because I'm on night turn now, so I'm normally sleeping for the day and working at night, but with being on night turn and that, like I said, just was wanting to get some videos out there. Now we'll be back to streaming now. Try to work on our videos too, but I want to get this map out there. I want to get this map done, get it out there, and then start working on some TP maps. Because we got the Terraform mod, which is great. Don't get me wrong. It is awesome. But I still like the TP map with the materials placed down because it digs better. The visuals of it digging looks better. But it is nice. Like the two combined it together, the Terraform mod and the ATP map. So like you can dig the materials up and then just keep digging if you wanted to. That would be cool. But the actual TP maps, man. Yeah, it's a good mod though. I ain't gonna lie. Even you can even make maps. You can even make maps and build them around the Terraform. You know what I'm saying? How did this get there? Okay. don't belong here. That's weird. But I'm just dissecting this map, alright? So it took me forever getting rid of all the fields and that. We got rid of a lot of stuff. I mean, this is how any map is made from the standard in-game map, but you just come up here and you wipe everything out, and then you just start from scratch. But I'm just slowly dissecting it, just in case there's stuff in here that I want, and I want to use, then I'm not deleting it now and then having to re-throw it back in the map. So, but I think I am going to keep the highway, and then a couple of sell points. We're going to change the store, and then we're going to keep like the off ramps here, and then this main road and this main road, and then everything else is probably going to go. I put in tunnels, we put in our backdrops. Over here I put in, oops. Okay, so we got this. This is going to be a waterfall right here. Alright. We got the actual water, the waterfall with the sound. And then over here I added a tunnel, so the traffic isn't just driving into the hillside now. It's got a light, it's all lit up. Took me a minute doing that. Now this here, the cave, like I do and I don't want to keep it. I actually grabbed the whole cave and raised it up in the air, and then I pumped the ground up to match it, and then right there where the water is, I cut out of the hillside and then ran that water, so it came down through there, ran down to there, and then ran and drained into this water. It took me a while to do it too, because I had to raise the ground up, move all this stuff up, got it all to match, had to pump the ground back up to match this. I actually deleted these roads though. And it was pretty cool, like that water, because right now it's just water running into a pool and that's it. Well, I had the water, I had to raise the whole thing up obviously to get it to run over here into this, but it was pretty cool. But I went ahead and deleted it all. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it. Like, I kind of want to keep it, then again I want to just get rid of it so the whole map's just original. I might keep it but change it, you know what I'm saying? Because there is a lot of collectibles down in there too. But after we're done building the map, then I'll go and grab all the collectibles and replace them all. That's the idea. We got to get rid of that. I got rid of a lot of stuff, but there's a lot I still got to get rid of. Jewel, what'd you say? Is the FS22 map making a lot different from 19? Not a lot different, but there is some pretty nice aspects about it. Like, there's a couple of things about it I actually like. So in 22, like, if you was making a ramp, you had to pump up the ground, and then try to smooth it out to make a ramp. Well, with 22, it's actually pretty nice. So you pick a point where you want the top of your ramp to be. You pick that point, and then you pick the point where the bottom of it's going to be. After you pick them 2 points, then you just take your brush and paint from this point to that point. It makes a perfect slope. That's pretty nice. So you got that. And that is actually right here. It's under slope. Then you set the targets. And then there's erosion right here. And then the erosion just makes the ground bumpy. Wait a minute. Wrong one. Wrong button. I'm like, why are they even doing it? Alright, so see how it kind of looks like a wave happening? So there's that. That's pretty cool. And then like my maps, you only have a certain amount of textures, paintable textures, right? So you only have from here to here, and that's it. And all of these are just a breakdown of your main textures here. So in 19, I would take every texture from the game from the other maps and I'd throw them all into one map. So I had options, like I could really make detail and paint and stuff. So I tried to do it on 22 and it just would not work. It wouldn't work. Well, on 22, there's a way to do it straight from the editor. Like in 19, you had to come up to text editor and do it through the i3D's file through Notepad++. Well, in 22, there's a way to do it from right here in the editor. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna add every texture from the game into this map so I can lay down some pretty detailed stuff. What else is there? Right here, I can't remember how I did it. I don't think this was in 19. The terrain mesh paint mode. I don't even know how I did it. I can't get it to work now. But anything you clicked on, like if it had the mesh on it, I'm trying to figure out how to put the snow things too. Because I seen there was a map that somebody, because on 22, the actual roads don't get covered in snow, so you can't plow the actual roads. Well, there's a map somebody made and made it to where you can do that, and I'm trying to figure out how. So I'm working on that. But anything that has the mesh, what did I do there? Anyway, but anything that has the mesh, if you click on it and you grab this and you paint with it, like it would just keep painting down that building. Uh-oh. Or if I clicked on a tree and just painted with it, it would just paint down a bunch of them trees. I don't know how I did it though. But yeah, the whole slope making thing is pretty awesome. I like it. There's that. Erosion, slope. I'll show you how the target thing works. So, oops. I keep hitting the wrong button. Alright, so set target. So you put a target there, right? And then put a target, you put your target down, and then matter of fact, let me pump the ground up here. I'll show you how this works. My mouth's dry. Alright, so we set our target, and then we come and we click on slope, right? So we'll say this is our low point and this is our high point. Now you just do add. So left click, make it a little bit bigger, and you just start from your point you just made, and you just draw over to it, to your hill. I think I'm doing it right. I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm hitting the wrong button. There we go. Let me start up here. There we go. That's how you do it. So now it'll make a perfect slope. So wherever you put that point, you got to start with the slope. I have it on the right click. Start at the top of that high point with the slope, so it knows where to start. And that, you see how it drew that line? Now you just paint from that point to that point, and it makes a perfect slope for you. Now we'll zoom into it so you can see it. So there's no more sitting there trying to smooth it out and do it, smooth it out. Look how awesome that is. That's perfect. Perfect. So that's definitely one of the highlights of this. The new editor there. One of them. There's a couple other things too. I can't think of what they were right now. Oh! Did 19? I think it did. I just never used it. But if you hit the eyeball up here, it puts you in first person mode and you can run around the map like if you were playing a game. Like you can't fly right now, so you can't fly in this mode. It just sets you on the ground like you're running around the map. Did 19 do that? I never used it. If it did, I knew it had that eyeball, but I clicked on it before and it didn't do nothing. Then you just hit escape to jump back in the air. What else was there? What didn't you see? Oh, the eyeball. Yeah, it definitely helps. Even when you're putting trees down, like a lot of the times they float on you, you know. And it's hard to tell from the editor. Like you really see it when you go in game. So that there, it definitely helps. So you can just jump down on the ground and look at them, make sure they're not floating on you. Uh-oh. Look, but if you go outside the map's boundaries, it will make you fall. Yeah, whenever you're in that first person mode, it won't let you go outside the map. And then if you drop yourself down outside the map, you see what happened. It just makes you fall. I know there was something else. I can't think of it. I think there was something else in here too. Maybe not. I just learned how to mess with the clouds and everything in a map. Like I literally just learned how to do that. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking there was. Yeah, I really just started messing with it though. Like I noticed this stuff a while ago. I know there was some other goodies. I just can't think of them right now. I'm sure I'll come across them there. Oh yeah, you actually have a button up here now for your prefabs too. Oh. I got the prefab screen stuck on my screen. There we go. Alright, alright, so now, oops. Oh, that's crazy. Alright, so let's get rid of this. I was going to keep it, but I separated it, so it's toast now. Delete. Alright, so I deleted that platform, right? I believe so. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and we'll keep this road right here. Like I said, even if we gotta take out the actual road and make it a dirt road, but I'm thinking about going ahead and just keeping this road because it brings you to the hospital. Yeah, I made this a hospital, the Dark Forest Health Center, and then put another sign there. That we put the parking lot stuff in because there was like a bunch of silos and factory stuff back here, so I took all that out. I made a Dark Forest sign there, but yeah, then just take this intersection out and just make it a straight road, and then get rid of this road. But right now, I just want to get this boundary stuff done. But I'm gonna be asking for opinions. Like, what do you guys think? What should we do? What should we keep? What should we not keep? How should we do this? How should we do that? And let's build an awesome map. Joe, have you had problems with putting water in map? I have. For some reason, even though there is no water in certain areas, it makes me swim in game where no water is. You're talking about 19, right? You haven't got 22 yet, right? And to answer your question, yes, I have had that problem. And there. Okay, so the way, I'm not sure about 22 yet. The way 19 works is, alright, say there's only one water plane on the map, right? Let's say this is it right here. So when that water plane is put in there, it doesn't just make it for there. It makes it at that height and completely covers the whole map, okay? So let's say this water was up here on this hill, all right? Right there. So now anywhere you go on the map that's underneath of that water plane, it's going to say you're drowning or you're underwater, because it doesn't just create it for right there where the plane is. It actually covers the whole map. I mean, when you're looking at it, it doesn't cover the whole map, but anywhere you put a water plane down in 19, it covers the whole map. Like, it puts the invisible plane and it sets the water height for that map. So even if it's right here where this one is, alright, and that's the lowest point of your map, and you put that water plane there, you're good everywhere on the map. Alright, Now let's say you came over here and you made a low spot over here because you wanted to put dirt in there so you could dig the dirt out. Well, you go over there, and as soon as you go in that pit in the game, it says you're drowning. That's because you're below that water plane. So if you want to take, and there's only a couple ways to solve that problem. And that's to lower the water down to somewhere else, get rid of it completely, or lower it down, or I don't know if this would work or not, okay, but if you're using like one of the game or the planes from another map, or the plane that was just in that map, you could probably delete it and make your own water plane. I don't think your own water planes do that, but if you got multiple water on the map at different heights, it's just gonna, I think whatever one's the lowest, it's gonna make that, or whatever one's put in first. I don't know exactly how it works, but then, like I said, it's just how it works. I think I watched a video or somebody, or read something about it, that somebody was trying to say a workaround, but you can make your own water planes. You just come up here to primitives. Oh, in 19 now, instead of just making planes, you can make you can make planes and cubes in 19. Now you can make spears, cylinders, cones, pyramids, all that good stuff. So if we click on pyramid, now bring it over here, it's an actual pyramid, right? So now you can make all these different shapes other than just planes and cubes. So that's another feature about 22 as well. Alright, so let's delete that. But if you come up here and you make a plane, make a plane, yeah, wanted a pyramid. Well, I could do it with a pyramid. Look, we can make a water pyramid. I actually did it with a spear. Made a water spear the other day. But anyhow, if you make a plane, yeah, if you raise the ground up higher, it might be okay. To be honest, I'm not sure though. Unfortunately, I had that problem on one of the maps. The first map I ever made, I ran into that problem. Let's see. Alright, so we're gonna go, obviously, Steam apps, common, Farming Simulator 22, data, maps, US, I guess, textures, nature, doesn't need to. Okay, and then right here it says water normal, waterfall, all that good stuff. Matter of fact, I gotta come down here to the normal map. Click on that. Maps, say US, textures, come back down to the water. Water normal. Okay. Hit okay. Okay, and then you gotta come up to shapes up here. And then click on tangents. Alright. Oops. Now you can kind of see that it has the water, the waves and stuff. It actually worked better on 19. I could actually make it move. I think I could do a lot more with the water on 19 than what I can on here. I haven't really messed with it too much. You can make it cast shadows. Alright, then we gotta come to custom shaders down here. Then add a shader. Then you're going to add the ocean. The ocean shader. Hit OK. Alright. I think it's, like I said, I think it's a little bit different on 19, but this is the basics of it. Then it makes that black, but right here where it says none, the variation. So now I can go simple. And I just made water, right? If I hit play on that, you can see it's kind of wavy there. Alright, or you can go to flow map. And for some reason, I have no clue why. I really forget what I did here. I just did this the other day to make sure I could replace this plane, this water plane right here, because I wanted to replace it. And I just did this. I'm definitely changing the color of that water though. It's too blue. And like I said, in 19 it's a lot easier. If you go back, matter of fact, if you go back and you watch my live stream on the Delta map, the one you were watching me on, I showed how to do this. And I just can't remember. Or it's just not working like it did in 19. It's a little bit different on this one. But you should be able to, like, let me go back into simple. Simple. Then you could change the bump speed. And look, so it's going a lot faster. Change the bump speed, and then the wind. Change the waves and underwater fog color. Change the color on it like this. I knew that was going to happen. Knew it. It just crashed on me. I backed up too fast. Darn it. Darn it. Trans properties. Yeah, so everything I just did, I just lost it because it crashed. Hey, that was the one good part about not streaming in a while. I hadn't had that problem in a while. Alright, so what do I gotta redo now? Ah, so just this. Everything else is done. Yeah, so I gotta re-delete this. I think other than that, I did save it. Sweet. Deleting stuff's easy. Alright. Yeah, I gotta start streaming so I can get more viewers here. A lot of people jump in, but they just jump right back out. Like, they don't stay long at all. What we got now? Well, we had 3 people for a little while there. We've had, all in all, 33 people come in the stream. But they didn't stay long at all. Like, at all. Maybe less than a minute for most of them. But once I get this boring stuff done here, we should get some. Yeah, I want it to where you're not. Well, you definitely won't be able to tell. Even if I do keep this highway, like you won't be able to tell that this was Elm Creek. Well, with the background now, so we added new background. That alone, and then we got rid of every elm tree except for these ones right here, which they might go to. And the only thing that would give it away is if I keep this cave, man. I like this water right here though, the waterfall. See, that's what I want to try to do, is figure out how to make these, and that's with that flow. See that water? Like, I love that. That's awesome. And the only way to make that is with the flow thing. I mean, if we had if I had Blender, I would be able to do it. But with the, where is it at? So I come in here, I click on one of these falls. So we click on one of these falls. So it has the normal water map, like I showed you. Then down here it has the ocean shader. And then it's on flow map, right? So if I do that with the plane, it just, as you see, it just doesn't work. Now, like if I grabbed this, oops, let me stop that real quick. and I lift it up off that rock, it's not clear anymore. See how it got real dark? Which, that's what my plane was doing, but it didn't have the waves and stuff in it. It wasn't moving when I hit play, so I gotta mess with this more and figure out how to do it exactly. I will figure it out, guaranteed. Just gotta mess with it. Yeah, you know what? I did have Blender, and before I started modding, I actually had Blender to help me with editing videos and stuff. Well, I got rid of it, and I should have just kept it, because I've been wanting to get it back ever since. Like, look at that water. Like, that is awesome right there. I love that. That is awesome. I mean, it ain't they call it a waterfall. It's not a waterfall. It's just a stream. Now, this one here, oops. Where's it at? When you drop down in this cave. Now, these are actual caves, if you didn't know. You can actually go down in here. All your collectibles are in here. This goes way down in there, too. Then you turn this way. And you drop down in this hole, go across these thingies here. There's the collectibles there. Go through this little guy here, up through here like this. Through this little hole. There's another collectible right there. And to get out, you come up through here. Dog's barking like crazy. I think it's... Easy! Oh, right here. And then you come out here. So we went in right there, and then you come out here. But anyway, right here, there's a waterfall right here. It's falling off of here, but it's invisible right now. Is that one invisible too? Right there. Yeah, there's another invisible one. Go back up here and click on that. Did you see it on like a video where somebody's recording FS22 or what? Alright, this one right here, Fall 1. It's invisible right now. Sloth Squad! Let's get to it. He is on a little break. Yeah, video making break. Yeah, but right here, see, I mean, it's a fall right here, but it's just a stream. But over here where we're going to put our waterfall, it's going to be an actual waterfall. Just like I made these trees here, these dead ones, and brought into FS22. We got our waterfall. I don't even know what I did with it. Oh yeah, I haven't put it in yet, but it's going to be coming off of that hill right there, which is outside the boundaries of the map. But yeah, you'll be able to stand right up here, like right here in front of it. But I want to make another one inside the map somewhere, but I have to be able to make a water plane, right? Because I can't just use this because they don't have it broken up like they normally do. Like in FS19, they would just make it with different planes. Well, this is one solid piece, so I'd have to grab this plane here or something and make it into a water plane. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I did not, because I tried to convert it over, then I was going to finish it, and I had a problem. Hold on. Dogs drive me nuts. So I had a problem. I couldn't get it to work. Well, now I know how to get it to work, but it requires a lot of work. So I still might do it in the future. Just right now, yeah, I left it alone for right now. I would like to finish it though. Yeah. I want to get the other one converted over too. The Triple D County. I want to get that one converted over and then add to it. I still wanted to add to it. Anyhow. Alright, I forget what I was doing. Yeah, a lot of this stuff's going to go here. The main thing I've done so far is added the background, and then we're working on the boundary trees right this moment. After we get them in, then we still got to add trees all back here on these hills here, but that'll go real quick. I can just pound them in there. That'll go super quick. But I gotta finish these boundary trees. They start from right there. I got them all the way around here like this. Around here. Oops. What just happened? Yeah, down here. Around here like this. And they just hit that corner. So we gotta finish from there up to that corner and then up to where they started. Boom, boom. And then we're done with that. Then I could fill in back here. All these hills are already done. I just gotta get this flat right here. And then we can start working on the map itself. So we gotta get rid of some of those roads. Start doing our trading. So I told them I was having a problem with it, but I was going to keep trying, and they told me not to worry about it, so that's what I did. I didn't worry about it, but I would like to finish it though. Oh no, I just deleted the boundary. I just deleted the boundaries, the map boundary. Alright, I got it back. Man, this dog is killing me. Alright. Yes, it would. So to actually convert it over, man. So the way that FS22 is coded, there's a lot of different stuff like that changed in the coding. And see, like I thought, just like mods, like a mod, you would come in, then you can either go into the text editor, or you come in here, and then you'd have to click on every little thing, and then make sure the shaders and everything's right to get it converted over. Well, maps don't work like that. A map does not work like that. Pretty much you got to start over and rebuild the map. So what you got to do is, it won't work unless you have to take one of the maps from the new game, right? And wipe everything out. And then go in and add the terrain heights and all that from your FS19 map to the new FS22 map that you created. And it's like you actually have to drag everything from that old map into the new blank map that you create, and it's a lot of work. it's definitely a lot of work, which I can do it, I can do it, but I only get like 5 hours, if that, a day to work on videos and build maps and stuff. Yeah, because of work. So it was like, after he said don't worry about it, but once I do make a map for this that he likes, I'm gonna do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get him his map for sure. Or I'll slowly work on it and try to get it converted over. Yeah, it's crazy. I thought it worked. I mean, because I've never converted anything from the previous game, so I thought it worked just like a mod. Like, I know how to get the mods converted over. I've done quite a few of them already, but a map is not the same. It's just not the same. You pretty much got to start over. Mark, appreciate the subscription. Welcome aboard. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, so eventually I might tinker with it here and there, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to, I didn't want to drain all my time and efforts into that with having to, or wanting to get my YouTube channel built up and stuff. So I just took a break from it and was working on videos. But I need to do like how-to videos or stuff like this, because just let's plays and stuff like that, people really just really doesn't watch them if they aren't subscribed to you. So if they don't know you and they're not subscribed to you, they pretty much don't watch that stuff. Yeah, so the fireworks and everything, I had to make the fireworks, put it in the OBS, and then I had to search the internet for firework sounds and then make them match the fireworks, and then put the typing in there, thinking, yeah, it took a little bit of work too making that. So like if somebody follows me, it does something different. Or if somebody donates, like if you went on and donated, it would do something different. If you bought merch, some of my merch, which I don't have merch on actual YouTube, then that does something different. I made it all different. I did that through Streamlabs. Yeah, Streamlabs OBS is how I did the fireworks there. But you still gotta search the internet, find exactly what you want. I have one where guys break dancing. Like if you followed me on Twitch, because I have a Twitch too. If you followed me on Twitch, a guy starts break dancing. Yeah, I've never seen anybody had the fireworks before, so I had to do something a little different, you know. I might even change it going down the road, who knows. Yeah, but when it comes to just Let's Plays and that, man, it's hard to get subscribers or followers or whatever. Yeah, so whenever you follow me there on Twitch, it does breakdance or something like that. Can't remember 100%. What should we put over there for that road? Thinking this. So, I don't know if you can tell from looking at it, but this right here, this is actually a bridge. I just made it into a tunnel. It might not work for over here though, just because this hillside isn't standing straight up. We might have to use the actual tunnel. It's a lot of work just doing the background, man, if you want a decent backdrop. Yeah, this ain't gonna work. I just can't wait to get this backdrop done so we can start working on the actual map. Some of it looks crazy, but when you're down on the ground, it looks decent. I showed it earlier on in the stream how everything in the background looks fuzzy. You can make that just as clear as the map is, but it makes your frame rate, yeah, it's harder on your frame rate. Like that hill back there. Woke up crying. Let's see. Yeah, I did it there at the beginning of the stream, showed what it looked like if that wasn't fuzzy. Which I might adjust it a little bit. Once we get the map done, and just see how hard it is on the frame rate when you're in game. My overall plan for this map, this is just a logging map, Joel. Just for the loggers out there. It shouldn't take me too long to do it. Like, once I get the basic laydown and everything, it won't take me as long as doing like a TP map would, you know what I'm saying? But it's definitely going to take longer than just throwing down some trees and painting in the road and calling it a day, because that's why I'm doing it, because there ain't no detailed logging maps with no visual detail. So, yeah, we're going to do this as a logging map, and then once I'm done with this, then we're going to work on a TP map or so. But yeah, the main goal with this is to logging map. Like I said, that we're gonna get rid of most of this. The main thing we're gonna keep is this highway, this road, and this road here, because there are sawmills right here. Where's the store at? I forget where the store is. I think it's right here. But we're gonna put a different building in for the store, and then we're gonna keep a couple of the sell points, like because you can make furniture and stuff, which that building is right here. We're going to keep that because you make furniture with wood. And then pretty much everything else is going to go. And Then we're gonna mess with the terrain, make hills and stuff like that. Because this is all flat, you know what I'm saying? And then pop our trees in, paint down some roads with detail. And call it a day. And then, like I said, I might even go ahead and make this map 2 different ways too. So I might make it, because I want it to where whenever you're done logging it, all your sell points and stuff still there, so you can put in your own fields and then start farming it if you wanted to. I don't want it to just be nothing but a sawmill and then trees in your house and then that's it. I want it to where you're able to actually play it even after you're done logging it. So that's the game plan with this one. Then if it turns out good, we might wipe out most of the trees, add some other stuff, and turn it into our TP map. But yeah, I want to get a few maps made. Like the last map, not the last map, the one I was working on, the Alaskan one, but the one before that. You know how awesome it is to see somebody playing your map on YouTube? Like, oh, that's my map. Oh, look what they're doing. Or just seeing the different ways that people are playing on it. It's awesome. Yeah, this here was a sell point. It had a bunch of factory stuff back there. Yeah, we made it our hospital. So you gotta have a hospital in the forest, right? The Dark Forest Health Center. And I put the big sign on the front there. Oh, look, look, look. I put that too. You break it, we'll fix it. We take all health insurance. Yeah, man. What they know. And of course, we had the tree background. Tell me that's not awesome, right? And then that's another one of my signs here. I might change it up a little bit, but it looks better in game. Obviously, everything does. But Triple D's logging forest, cash out in the dark forest. Loggers needed. Of course, we got the let's get to it on there. One of my new logos. It looks kind of stretched out on here though. Plots up to 50% off, limited time only. Hurry up! Unfortunately, it took me a long time to get all them trees placed down, but we'll try to move a little bit faster here. I ain't got much more time here. I got for today anyhow. Yeah, but I'm glad you popped in, Joel. You know, I was wondering if my normal people was gonna pop in or not, considering I haven't streamed in forever. I gotta see if I can get rid of this right here. No, it's not going to just let me get rid of that one piece. I think it's all connected. Let's see. Yep, it's all connected. Yeah. Yeah, I've been tossing a lot of those out there lately. They, like I said, they ain't been getting views. I mean, I've been at it a little over a year now. You got 1,241 subscribers. Oh, 42. Yeah, we just got a new one. So 1,242 subscribers. I mean, I'm gonna need a lot more subscribers to actually get the Let's Play videos to get views. You know what I'm saying? But my how-to videos, I got thousands of views. I got videos with 10,000 views on them for the how-tos. But I mean, I don't want my whole channel to be evolved around how-to videos. So, because I like playing the game too, you know? You know what I mean? I don't ever really get to. Anytime I play the game is when I'm recording a video. Outside of that, I don't get to play it. Because I'm either at work or I'm making a video or I'm trying to customize a mod or I'm trying to convert a mod or something. It's always something. Oh, this dog's killing me. Yeah, we can get rid of that whole parking lot and everything there. It could be all forestry. Better than me. But I just started about 3 or 4 months ago. I got 34. Made a video every day. Yeah. Yeah, I knew it was going to be hard when I started, but geez, oh man, wow. Yeah, it is definitely hard to get noticed on YouTube, like super hard. Like I knew it was going to be hard, but man, it is hard. And then, like, even though I have 1,241 subscribers, I make a video, I don't get nowhere near 1,000 views on it. Nowhere near it. Like all the last few videos I've made, I only got like 40 views on them. Well, the last two have done the best. I got like 113 on one and 60 something on another. But other than that, they're all like 20 to 40 views. Now, if I make a how-to video, it gets thousands. Which I mean, I should just make more how-to videos just to get views and subscribers. But I don't know. I like to play the game and make maps. Like I want to make excavators and stuff, like make mods, but again that requires Blender and more time that I don't have. So for right now, I mean it would probably go way quicker than making these maps. But for right now, we'll get a couple maps made and then we'll go from there. Hey Joel, you know how you can paint down the water like this here? The water puddles in FS19. In FS22, if you paint down a water puddle like this, in game, when you walk through it in game, it makes water splashing sounds like you're walking through the water. It didn't do that in FS19. So that's pretty neat. If you came down here and you walk through this creek, it's going to make water splashing sounds. And I just now realized that because over here I made my sawmill, right? And I made a water puddle and put a stream and made it run down through here and then puddle up down here. Well, I came in just to look around. I threw it in game, came in to look around, and I ran down that hill right there. And I was like, what's that? I was like, no way, it's actually making the splash sound like I'm running through a water puddle. Yeah, yeah. It definitely takes time. Um, like I said, I'm working on year 2, and I only have 1,200. So I'm lucky to even be there because I know people that's had a YouTube channel for 3 years and they only have 60 subscribers. So uh, it seems like you're doing bad, but yeah, I'm definitely grateful for each and every one of my subscribers. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I didn't know that either. I just like I said, I just found that out after making that little stream there. I was like, oh, that's flipping awesome. You'd be painting down water everywhere, just like I can hear it splash. Nah, I like to paint down the water anyhow. Just because I don't know. I like when people use that water puddle and they just put little dots here and there. It's not how water works in real life. I think I might make a how-to video on how to add every map's paintable texture all to one map, so you can have like 120 some paintable textures within Giants Editor for a map. So I just taught myself that today before I started streaming. Because I messed with it for like 36 hours trying to do it the way I did it on FS19, and it just will not work that way. It's a totally different way you have to do it. Like, totally different way. And I accidentally stumbled upon it. Like that, because I gave up on it. I was like, I guess I'm just stuck with the textures I got. And I was just fiddling around and figured out how to do it. I was like, oh, no way. Mostly I get them from other maps or mods, like placeable mods. I use placeable mods. Yeah, so it's either whatever looks better or would look better for that map is pretty much what I'll use. So like if I see something on one of the maps, then yes, I'll take it from the map. Or if I know of buildings like shed mods and stuff like that, I'll use the mods. I'll just unzip the mod and then pull the i3D file from the mod into the map. Now you can just grab a hold of it and drag the i3D file from your unzip mod and just hover over your screen and then drop it right into your map. Okay, and it'll work for you. It'll show up when you play the game. It'll be in there. But if I tried to zip this up and send the map to somebody else, then that building wouldn't show up for them, because it's coding it from that mod. It's it's looking for, like, so if I had the mod on the desktop and unzipped it and then grabbed the i3D file and threw it in the map, boom, it'll work. And every time I play the game, it'll work, because it's actually looking for it on my computer off of the desktop from that mod. Now, like I said, if I zip it up and I try to send you that map, well, that building's not going to show up because of the way that I put it in the game. So if I wanted it to work for, let's say, let me see. Let me open this up. I got a lot of stuff on my desktop. So if I wanted it to work for everybody, then I would come into the map, right? So come into map, or no. Right here, I made a file called import. So I would come over here, I would open up this mod, I would grab that building's i3D file, or just grab the whole mod, unzipped, throw it in my imports, right? So now it's in the maps folder. It's in there, in the maps folder. So now, from here, then you can import it in and it'll work for everybody or whoever you send it to. And then you would come in here and then import, put it back on here, and then import, then go to that map, I'm sure you probably know this, but I'm just showing it for everybody. Then you would go to imports inside of the map where you just put it, and then you would grab it or highlight it and then hit open, and then it'll bring it in your map, and then you can place it wherever you want, and then it's going to work for anybody and everybody because it's pulling that i3D file from itself, from within the map itself, and not using it from your desktop. I learned that the hard way. I made a map and then sent it to somebody and they're like, it don't look nothing like it did when you had it. Like, what are you talking about? Well, nothing worked. It was there, but it was all white. And that's why. It's because I didn't import it into the map properly. That's well behind me, though. I definitely graduated from that. Now, I could be putting these trees down with a script, but whenever you put them down by hand like this, it looks more natural, and it doesn't look like scripted in. I can't find many FS19 maps since I was late to getting to play it. You started playing it late in its life, is what you're saying? And I deleted this once, yeah, and then my game, or then the editor crashed on me. How about it? Let me save this real quick, so I don't have to do it all over again. Yummy. The first farm sim I ever played was FS13. 13, and I did not play 15 or 17 because I didn't have a computer. A computer that would play it anyway. I'm probably going to end up deleting all that, but for right now we'll just slide it out of the road. Delete this again. We're getting there. We finally when you got there a little bit. I've been working on this for a while. Like just these trees right here, 4 days. 4 days just on the trees. Like I said, I only get like 5 hours a day messing around though. But that included like doing the tunnels, putting all these rocks and stuff in there, prepping it for our waterfall, getting the trees laid down, all that good stuff. And then frequently changing the background as I went. Like over here, I put these hills right here because the original background, it had like fields, and I didn't want you to be able to see those fields, so I covered it up with that. I started playing FS17 and I think I still like it more as far as the Giants editor process. Yeah, I never messed with it for 17. I seen YouTube videos of it, you know what I'm saying? But I never did it myself. See, that's the only good thing about that building and that sitting there. It kind of blocks this. But I gotta get rid of that building. I'll show you here in a minute. Yes. Left control D to copy. Then you just hit left control B and then hit left or right mouse click. And then you just you gotta hold in your mouse click and then just keep hitting control. Every time you hit control, it'll drop a tree. And it randomly rotates each tree or whatever you're dropping down. It'll randomly rotate it. You can place anything down like that. But yeah, you click on it. Left control D copies it. Left control B makes it to where you can place it anywhere like that. And then as you're holding the mouse key in, you just keep hitting control and it'll just keep dropping them and spinning them like that. And then once you let go of that mouse button, then it stops you from doing anything. That's how I do it. Alright, but once I get rid of that building right there, with you being able to walk right up to this edge, I don't know, I might, like I did over there by the tunnels, I might go ahead and try to fill this in a little bit with a couple of bushes, at least right in the front, so it blocks your view from what's happening here. Yeah. See, like right here, at least we have them bushes there. These are painted ones. I guess I could do the same thing down here as well. Once we get rid of that concrete, we could do the same thing. Instead of putting the placeable ones. Because if we put the placeable ones, I think that puts more memory on than just the painted ones. Exactly. Don't let go of the mouse button. And then you could slam down some trees. Keep a hold of the mouse button. Say if you're zoomed way far away, I mean you could just pound trees in here just by hitting the left control. Left control, left control, left control, and it'll keep dropping trees until you let go of that mouse button. Once you let go of that mouse button, it won't let you drop trees anymore. You'll have to recopy and then hit Control B again. Yeah. There's a lot more shortcuts like that too, like a lot of shortcuts. It's hard to remember them all though. Yeah, I'm with you. I got you. Yeah, it's hard to remember all that stuff. I can't even remember what I was just thinking of 2 seconds ago. I done forgot. Oh man. Yeah, like the editor lets you make mods out of everything that you can buy from the store. I wish it would let you make mods out of everything, like all these buildings, like everything. You know what I mean? You actually have you can make mods out of everything, but the editor won't do it for you. It'll only do like the stuff you can buy from the store. It actually does it for you. Alright, so now we need our next tree. It looks like I put them in with a spline in it, don't it? Those are pretty straight just by slamming them down by hand. Not too bad, not too bad. Alright, I just put that tunnel in there. I got a floating tree here. Oh, it don't matter because they're only there so I can grab a hold of them and start placing them here in this open area. That's the only reason they're there, because they're in their own special group up here. Because the whole map I have sectioned off. Like this is a section, this is a section, that's a section, and I did that so if you click on one tree, it doesn't open up every tree on the map. It's all sectioned off. So what I did was place the trees down that I need for each section. So here's the trees for this section. Then here's the trees for that section. So on and so forth. So that way I don't have to come up here and do all that and then put everything into their groups. I started off by creating the group and then putting a tree where I wanted that group to be, and then all I gotta do, like that's why I stopped these trees right here. So I'll from here back to where we started, I'll use them trees from right there to do this section, and they'll all come out of that group. And then once I get done with that area, then I'll come down here and use these trees for that section, and it'll keep them in their own group. Planning ahead. Yeah. That keeps the maps files all nice and tidy as well. Alright, so now we need our big tree. I'm glad I didn't want to stream doing this at first because I'm like, I ain't nobody gonna stick around for you doing border trees, but I'm glad I started streaming because yeah, it's nice to have somebody to chat with while you're doing it. Yeah, I'm sure you heard my dog up there. She normally don't bark like that. But every time I start streaming, that's when she wants to go crazy. Unfortunately, I can't. Like, I need to start getting stuff done when I do, but I can't. I can't wait till I go on vacation. Then I can really, I can really get some stuff done. I can do some streaming, make some videos, work on the maps, and then my vacation will be over, and then I'll be upset because it went too quick. But yeah, I mean, I need to start doing stuff around the house. Yeah, but yeah, I can't wait until my vacation. When is it? April. It's in April. I took it in April. So the first week of April, look out, because yeah, the videos will be coming like crazy, like a freight train. Yeah, you have to remind me to do that how-to video, Joel, on how to add all the different paintable textures to a map. Now there's a way, like, I don't know, I'll make two different videos. I'll make a video on how to add every texture from the game to a map, to one map, instead of having textures for, like, the textures from all three maps. They're all different, but there's a way to add them all to one map. So I need to make a video on that, and then I need to make a video on do you have Discord, or is that too much for your PC right now? Maybe while I'm streaming. I don't know. Let me save it and we can try it. But then I need to make a video on how to, like, all the textures that's on that map. You know, in game, there's only a little handful of them that you can paint down in build mode. So I need to make a video on how to make it to where you can paint down all the textures from in game, from build mode in game. So there's two how-to videos I need to make. Yeah, I have Discord though. The link to my Discord's under About on my channel there. I normally don't have it open because nobody's on it. Alright, let me save it again. We'll try it here, see what happens. A new graphics card would be awesome. Santa Claus, he didn't bring me one. He must have forgot. Appreciate the like, guys. DTs and gents. Connect PlayStation. No, thank you. Alright, Joel. So far, yeah, so far so good. Discord open. Appreciate that like. Man, I put them trees kind of far apart. It'll be alright. Probably for the better anyway. Yeah, that'll be alright. That way we can see back in there better. Yeah, we'll close it down just so we don't have any mishaps, then quit. Close that as well. Alright, so yeah, we gotta have a few dead trees in there. What do you think? Might as well. Right. Yeah, so I got every tree on the new game. And then, like I said, I added these trees here to the new game. All these dead trees. Because these don't come in the new game. Alright, so I added those. And then FDR Logging just made a new tree for his map. I have it. We may and or may not use it on the actual map. See what we come up with for the different areas. This tree here I made, I don't know why it did that, but I ain't too worried about it. Right here at the bottom of it, I don't know, it's weird. So it got that one light patch in it, but I ain't worried about it though, because every time I place this tree down, I just sink it down past that light patch. But other than that, it's a nice tree, I think. And this one here has dead leaves on it. Pretty much the same tree. And then this one here just has the branches without the leaves. They're both spruces. Yeah, I wanted to have a nice variety, like even if I did like one area that had all dead trees, and like one area that had all spruces, and one area that had all pines, but I do want to mix it up some. I don't want to spoil it right now, but I got a nice idea too of what else I want to do. Something that I have actually never seen on any logging map ever out of the last few games. Not saying that it hasn't been done, but I have never seen it, never. So I got that up my sleeve. yeah, every time I make a map, I got to do something out of the box that's never been done before. Uh, like the last map that I was working on, it was about to be crazy, like real crazy. It was already crazy, and I just got started on it. You know, planes pulling banners and huge waterfalls. You know, but the map before that, the Triple D County, that map was pretty wild. I like that map. I really do want to get that map converted. But yeah, we got something. We got something up my sleeve for this map too. A little out of the box. I gotta make sure I sink that tree so that light spot don't show. Yeah, I'm excited. Like I said, you can make the clouds like way thicker. I can cover the whole sky in clouds. Yeah, save it. Yeah. I can cover the whole sky in clouds. I can make the clouds lighter. I can make them darker. I can make the whole overall feel of the map darker, like it's nice and bright. I can make it darker. I can put fog in here. I can put the fog like up so high. I can cover the whole thing with fog. I can make the fog dense. You can do all that stuff. So like I like it to where it's nice and bright, so whenever I'm making videos on the map, people can actually see it from their phones and that, and it's not too dark. But I would like to make more clouds and put a little bit of fog and kind of dimming the map down so it fits with the name of the map, you know, the Dark Forest or the Dead Dark Forest, whatever we end up calling it. It's either going to be the Dead Forest, the Dark Forest, or the Dead Dark Forest. I haven't fully decided on a name yet. I figured by the time we see the map at the end, we could decide on that, but it's going to be one of those three. Yeah, we'll save it. The like I said, I want to make it kind of dark and dreadful feeling, but I don't want to make it too dark so when videos is being made on it, you can't really see. And then I actually wanted to try something else. I want to see up here, you can make it to where stuff only shows at certain times in the day, or it only shows in certain weather at certain times of the day. So like I want to see if I can make like actual, I don't want to give it up so somebody steals my idea, but I want to try to do like lightning strikes coming out of the sky when it rains. Like big lightning strikes, like coming down and hitting a pole or something, because you can adjust at what time something shows. So that's one of my ideas for this map. Yeah, so I mean, I got some stuff up my sleeve now. It's exciting. It really is. And then to see, you know, when somebody sees your creation, to see or hear their reaction, it's awesome. Oh yeah, yeah, that would be awesome. That's how they do it in like some of the lumber mills. They'll cut the trees down, throw them in the river, and let them flow down to the mill. That would be awesome. Like the trees people lay on the ground. I was just talking about that earlier. I don't know if he was in the stream yet. But how people lay the trees on the ground. Every map I've been to where there was a tree laying on the ground, if you hit it with your car, it stops your car dead because they just have it as if the tree's still in the ground. So the way I do it, right, I'll click on the tree and then I'll come down here, hit rigid body, right, and then go into rigid body and then turn it from static to dynamic. So with that tree laying there, if you came up and you hit it with your tractor and or your car, it would actually move. You can pick it up, you can move it around the map, whatever. You got to do that, and then there's something else you got to do to it. Hang on, this dog. Alright, but yeah, you make it dynamic, and then that makes it to where you can pick it up and move it around wherever you want to. So I don't know, maybe if you put a collision on it so it would sit on the water instead of sinking in, like if you was able to put a collision on the water. I don't know how you would make it move though. I don't know. I'll have to think about that one. If I come up with a solution for it, I'll let you know. That would be... Ooh. I might have a solution for that, Joel. I'll have to get with you on that one. Yeah, there might actually be a way to do that. Gregory, what's going on? What if you had the conveyor belt just under the water where you can see it and have the trees on dynamic? It may move down water. It might work like that too. It might work like that. See, I had an idea of a way we could do it. But then you probably wouldn't be able to process and sell the trees that way, so that might not work. You could float them down river though. You know what? Even if that was just like a decoration of the map, you know what I'm saying? Even if you couldn't actually use it, even if it was just a decoration of the map where the trees were floating down to, like if you had your sawmill, right? Say your sawmill was sitting there, and then you had a river behind it, and then the way to get to it was the road was right here. Even if, like, as a decoration, you had the river back there, and you just had logs floating down the river, and like going into the sawmill, that would be awesome. It would be better if it actually worked, and you could use it, but, yeah. So yeah, like you could modify that conveyor belt too. You know, just put it in the actual map and then come up here and rescale it to where it's long and skinny. Once you get the logs on it, hey, we carry them down. Yeah. I mean, I guess that is possible. I think you could even, if you came in here and you made it invisible. Anything you make invisible in game, you hit it, it still stops you. It still has its collision and everything. I just don't know if it would work. Look at that pig. He's hanging off the edge of the boat. Yeah, I wonder if it would still work if you made it invisible. then had a trigger for it. Get your logs on there and hit the trigger, and then you wouldn't see it, but your logs would be floating down river on it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, I've had that same problem myself. I mean, the only reason I even know how to do what I do is just from messing with it, and then trying something and then not working, and then messing with it for hours beyond hours until you finally get it. Yeah, just like the whole adding textures to this map on the new game. Like, I knew how to do it on the old game. And then I finally got it on this one. Finally, I was excited too. I was excited this morning. I got off work, got my shower and that, came down, started messing around. Like I said, I wasn't even trying to do it because I spent a couple of days messing with that, trying to get that to work, because I wanted that to work. I wanted to get the textures in the map before I even started building the map, like at all. I wanted to get them textures in there because on the old game it kind of messed you up if you didn't do that first. So I tried to do that first, and it wasn't working. Well, that's because it doesn't work the same on the new game the way it did on the old one. The old one, it's actually a lot easier on this one than it was on 19. But on 19, it was a lot quicker, if that makes sense. You could do it quicker on 19, because you could sit there and do them all at once. On this one, you can't do them all at once. You have to do them one at a time. So each texture, so like grass has 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you got to sit there and do 1, 2, 3, and 4, one at a time, and then you got to do the combined layers too, so where it combines 1, 2, and 3, and 4 all in one paint layer. Yeah, so and every texture is like that, so it's going to take forever. I'm going to do that. I would have probably had it done today, but I was like, yeah, I better start streaming, because I wanted to stream yesterday, just wasn't able to. I didn't get to it. Yeah, so I learned how to do it. So whenever I get a chance, I'm going to do it. Yeah, it works a whole lot easier. A whole lot easier on the new game. Just like I said, it takes longer. It requires less brain power to do it on the new game. Looks like a diving board. What time is it? It's 5 o'clock. So, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and that somewhere is here. We are probably going to have to end it here. I'm going to finish running this tree out through here. I should actually go to bed at 4 o'clock. I never do. I at least stay up until 5. End up being up until 6 or 7. Then I only get 2 or 3 hours of sleep. Then I'm tired all day, and then I come home, and instead of going to bed, I work on this more, and I do it over and over and over again. So by the time the weekend comes, I kind of just sleep through it. Yeah, so I'm trying not to do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna call it. I still gotta find something to eat here. Get something to eat for dinner, and then go to bed, and then I don't know. Should we stream again tomorrow, Joel, or what? if not, I'm just gonna finish knocking these trees out here. But I mean, I might as well stream it, right? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. It all depends. Might have people here tomorrow. I don't like streaming when people's here because they make noise, and this microphone is so sensitive. Like, they could be on one end of the house on a different floor, and as soon as they sneeze, the microphone picks it up. And actually, somebody was playing music on their phone, and I got hit with copyright because clear across the house, the microphone picked it up. You couldn't even hear it, but the microphone picked it up ever so faintly, and I got hit with copyright because of it. So I try not to stream when nobody's here. Yes. Yeah, so without a doubt, yeah, I gotta get some sleep. But whenever we come back, that's what we're gonna do. Like, if I don't get to stream tomorrow, I'll just work on finishing up these outer trees, and then if I do, then that's what we'll do tomorrow. So we'll finish these trees, and then like I said, we still gotta throw all the trees out here, but it goes quick. Like, it's real easy to throw them down. I mean, there is a lot of area to throw them in, but it'll still go quicker than it did just to put these straight lines in here. So we'll do that, and then I'm gonna need some help, some suggestions. Like, I got an overall idea of how I want to do this, but as far as like keeping, like, a lot of this stuff's gonna go, but as far as like going through and figuring out what we're gonna keep and what we're gonna get rid of, I don't know, some suggestions would help. And then, like, we gotta go through and figure out exactly which real roads we want to keep. Like, I want it as minimal as possible, but if I'm keeping the highway, obviously we have to keep the main exits and then at least one road off of that exit, and it actually has to go somewhere, and if it doesn't go somewhere, boom, we can get rid of it. So like I said, the highway, this main road right here, we're going to keep from here to here, and then outside of that, after you come off the exit, we can just get, maybe we'll keep this one because it comes off that exit, and then it comes to this road, and then this road comes down to the one we're going to keep anyway. But other than that, like these roads right here, that road, even if we want to keep that road there, we can get rid of the actual block-topped road and then just paint down dirt or something. So if I keep these streams, I want to keep these bridges, so it'll be like a bridge in the middle of the forest, and then we'll have hills and everything here. And then I wanted to try to add another waterway or something, or come off of the one that's already here. Like, even if I had it split like right here or something, and then have it drop down and have like a huge waterfall right there or something. Like, we need cool stuff. So yeah, but that's it, guys. So if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that like button. If you want to see what's coming, what's next, hit that subscribe button. Mash that notification bell so you don't miss nothing. And I'm out. Doses.